Hey everybody, this is Damien with Yard Care Help. We're going to go over today on how to end of season lawn care vehicle maintenance. This 2012 Transit Connect needs its front rotors replaced, along with brake pads replaced, and we're going to upgrade them to full ceramic brake pads today. You can buy this Power Stop Evolution Plus ceramic disc brake pads with hardware kit and rotors for $80 off of Amazon. Pretty awesome deal. To do so, you're going to need a can of brake parts cleaner. You're going to need a piston decompression tool. You are going to need a T45 bit. You're going to need a 15mm bit and a pocket knife and a flashlight, just in case. And always, nice cold beer helps get the job done. All right, so let's get into this. I already have removed the tire, removed the clamp, caliper clamp. So what we're gonna do is go ahead, the next step is you're gonna go back here and release the two T45 bit bolts. And what, there you go, flashlight here. The T45 bolts is right here, and that actually secures the caliper to this bracket, which is bolts everything into place. We'll get into that later. All right, let's review this. Now that the T45 bolts securing the caliper is released, you're going to want to take a screwdriver or something to pry, and you just pry your caliper bracket off. All right, you can set it up like this on top of the rotor. That's where this brake pad fell off. Let's compare that to the new ones. Let's look at these here. There's the new calipers. Let's compare the width. I bought this 2012 Transit Connect, a one owner with 77,000 miles on it, and I really doubt they ever changed the brake pads on this. It's not too bad, but they're not ceramic. You can see a lot of wear on these, so it's definitely time. Here's the rotor. Definitely needs to be upgraded. There's the new one. All right, so what you do now is you're gonna remove the old brake pads off. This one has a clip in it, so you just kind of force it out like that, and then set that over there. Boom. We'll see the new one compared to the old one. Definitely worn out. All right, so before we can change this out, we're gonna have to recompress this cylinder. We gotta take these T45 bolts out, because we're going to use brake cleaner to clean the inside of this out. We gotta apply new, where's that grease at? Hold on. We're gonna apply caliper grease. It's a high temp formula. And what we'll do is before we put these back in, we're gonna grease these. And you're gonna grease the back of these new calipers. And these little points here will help reduce any type of friction and noise. So you're gonna have to use your Amazon still $8 tool here. It's gonna take a while. Let me hit stop and I'll restart back up after we have this caliper squished back into place. Alright, so what we're gonna do now that we got our T45 bolts off, caliper off, old brake pads off, you need to take your 15mm bit. And what we're gonna do is take off these 2 bolts. And what this is going to do, let's get this to focus in here. It's going to take off this bracket. Once we have that off, we'll be able to replace the rotor. Sorry for the video delay. This thing was so rusty on here. I literally had to use, what, a 4-pound mallet to knock this rotor off. So yeah, it needed it. Something like this, you're gonna want to use brake cleaner and just start cleaning all that rust off. Because it, especially before you put a new rotor on here, that's just bad. Let's see if I got a towel. That's dirty. See how rusty it is in there. That damn thing was about rusted on there. I gotta clean inside of here as well. See how much rust is inside that caliper piston. Let's get the flashlight on it. Feels bad. Alright. I got stuff drying here from the brake cleaner. I'm gonna get some wire, brush this to this for a little bit. Clean it up some more. I'll be back shortly with how to clean your rotor before you put it on there to remove the factory sealant for rust. Alright, talk to y'all later. Alright, ready to put the new rotor on. Look at this old one, original, 88,000 miles on it. Lived a good life. Generated a lot of revenue. Now it's time for something new. Look at that. We gotta take the factory coating off it. To do so, get your brake parts cleaner, put a little light spray on it, and just wipe it off. Just gonna make sure you don't have any grease, fingerprints, all that nasty stuff on it. Nice, clean, smooth surface. That's what we want. Right there. match it up. Like this. Push it into place. Boom. It's a rotor replacement. Now it's time to finish cleaning these parts, install the new brake pads, and install our forward quill. And grease up those T45 pins to show you how to do that, and then we'll put the bolts back on. Lower this side and go to the next. Alright, now that we got the rotor replaced, we can get our rotor bracket back on with the 15mm bolts. And you want to get them finger tightened where it's kind of holding itself into place before you get your 15mm socket. Make sure you have it into the tight spot. And start tightening it down. You gonna put that Ninja Death Grip on it. Definitely don't want these damn bolts coming off. See that? American Muscle grip. Bam! Nice. And if you're weak, drinking beer might give you some beer muscle. Bam! Nice and tight. Good and tight. Alright, next up. Now, we're going to need the new pads. We're going to need some Q-tips. We're going to need our synthetic caliper grease and brake quiet for full ceramic brake pads. We're going to need our T45 bolts back. We're going to clean those a little bit more brake. I'll show you. Brake parts cleaner. We're going to clean it, dry it off. We'll grease them up. Put them back into here. Then line this up with the brake pads and we'll go forward from there. Alright, I went ahead and clipped one of the new ceramic pads into place. It actually clips into the caliper here. 3 little prongs, you just push it into place. And then you take your decompression tool, the reset tool, and you turn it. Until it's all the way compressed, which will reset that brake caliper. And I already have one of the new pads here, kind of set up, showing you how I apply caliper grease. And I actually use Q-tips, kind of really get in the fine crevices and spots, and kind of keep your brake pads from, over time, just from rubbing and making the squealing brake noises that can be annoying. Alright, I gotta stop this video so I can use my other hand. T45 bolts, I'm applying caliper grease. And now what you do is you're going to shove it through here where it pokes out in preparation to retighten it. You're going to do that on both sides. Alright, have everything kind of aligned back up, greased, ready for assembly. So for these T45s, I already have it aligned, ready to be tightened. Gotta tighten the 245s back. Then you get your new spring, which is a bitch to put in. Your new one goes in like this. Then you're ready to put your wheel back on. Tighten your lug nuts down to your manufacturer's torque recommendation. I'll see you guys here in a minute. Alright, we got our T45 bolts into place, tightened securely. Our 45mm bolts are secure. All our new grease and calipers, they're all into place. New rotor's on. Now it's time to replace. Put the final piece on before we put the tire. My recommendation for this spring, you get it started on this side, put it in the hole, and then you let the fun begin. Now, this is better with two hands. Let me see how I can do this. Let's see how I can do this with one hand. Right freaking there. I gotta put the phone down for a second. Alright. Bracket the spring into place securely. Everything's nice and tight. Secure. New rotors, new ceramic brake pads. Now we just need to put the tire back on the place. And that's it. This is how you change or replace rotors and brake pads on a 2012 Transit Connect. Now I gotta go over on that side and do the same thing. Please like, share, watch our videos, and follow us, Yard Care Help, as we continue to expand our business across North Carolina. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to high five yourself. Bam!